Yo, seriously, that episode was. You know what, Gigi? Start. Welcome, everybody. It's your favorite Okuslana, and I'm here with Gigi now. And today we'll be discussing Belle Collective. Honestly, that episode one was too much. Too much. Gigi, what do you have to say before we go into the whole discussion?
Let me tell you, it started out with mess. And at first, I was kind of like her friend, Joshy, or her assistant. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of like he was overstepping his bounds a little bit at first. You know what I'm saying? But by the end of it, honey, whew, I was ready to be like, you know what? I guess we just gonna have to start rallying around, taking trips, and start like doing something with these men. Because, honey, what is wrong with Cliff? Is it that you're old? Are you getting, you know what I'm saying, ornery? Are you, just mean and surly? Like, what
It's
is the whole deal?
is insecure because he came like, yes, I'm going to say it, Josh overstepped and is actually triggering him, which is not good for her. Because
Right.
the excuse he kept making when he accosted her was that, oh, your friends are talking about me. Or the reason why she allows him speak is because she's using him as a mouthpiece. Because she knows her husband does not care for this dude. She knows that. She knows that him speaking is going to cause a problem. She knows that. Now, the fact that he's trying to trigger her husband, and he was like,
Like,
ooh,
oh,
he was like, anytime I trigger him, it
it
gives
gives
me,
me,
um,
um,
Gigi, I can hear myself. You need to switch off one of your devices. So he was like, anytime I trigger him and he's mad, it gets me happy. I am glad about this. And I'm like, dude, this is not something you should be saying. This is not your relationship. This has like nothing to do with you. Because all the repercussions, she's the one that is going to feel it. And that was what we saw in the episode. I was very not happy about him overstepping and the way he was talking for a freeloader. For a freeloader, he was doing a lot of talking, and I was not finding that thing pleasant. For a freeloader, you know that what you're saying, you know this man is very old. This is my problem with marrying someone that is way, 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 way older than you. You guys will not be in a partnership. It's going to be he will start fathering you. He will start being a father, and the will, how would I put it? The balance in the relationship will not exist. That's the problem in this relationship. There's no balance. He wants her to cook. And he knows that this lady works a lot, but he wants her to cook, do everything. He wants a traditional wife, but he got someone way, way younger than him. I'm definitely not understanding.
right. Is my mic okay? Can you hear me now?
Your mic is okay.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a disconnect there because the way that he was coming at it, like as a wife, cooking, cleaning, and all that, honestly, sometimes that's just in our nature. We're just those, that type of wife or woman. Sometimes, you have the hardworking women who, you know, sometimes it's like, hey, and as a woman, period, we don't want to always cook. We don't want to always clean. You know what I'm saying? It is another job after working a job. But there's always a way to communicate that with your spouse. The way that he comes at her is definitely on like a parent child type relationship, or definitely feeling superior. And I don't know if it's because he is older than her, but he definitely was coming at her as if she was just not up to his par. And he kept telling her, like, what do you say the first time? Like, something about if she doesn't do something, it's like their
It could
relationship is a hoax.
it was very uncomfortable for me watching because I'm like, dude, you know your wife works. And the fact that actually got me more peace was the fact that when he was called out that why can't you cook, it was like society made that. So you don't have your own opinion about what your wife's supposed to do in the relationship. You are going to follow what society says. So if society says getting a job is bad, you're going to follow what society says. This is my problem with older men like that. They will only pick what society says that is going to bring the woman down.
Mm-hmm.
They will only pick what society says that will make a woman lesser than a man. They will never pick what society says that will elevate a woman, because all the actions it displayed today was scary.
Yeah, it was definitely very triggering. And like I said, at first, her assistant, I thought he was overstepping his bounds. I did. I thought was like, one, you're living there with her, you're living for free. You're coming in, you're talking about her husband, how he talks, how he looks, and talking about how getting under his skin turns you on and shit. I was like, wow, that's very uh out of
When he was
pocket.
talking about the skin, I was like, dude, like he's not even any better. You're a
Right.
catfish.
I
Just
was like,
look. Come on. He's not
it's
any
like,
better.
come on. Why? Right. Like, why? First off, you're overstepping your bounds because this is your boss. And whether y'all are have a friendly
It's the
boss working
way he
relationship or whatever, no,
speaks.
you're overstepping your bounds.
He
You're in
speaks
this woman's
disrespect
house.
to her, to be honest. For someone that is your boss, you are always commenting on things she's uncomfortable with you commenting on, but
Hmm.
you're like, well, I see you as my friend. No, you're my boss, an unwanted tenant that I am housing for free. You should know your boundaries.
Hmm. Exactly. Exactly. You need
Because
to
it's
stay in your place. You're living in my house
as
for free.
much, yeah, as much as it may seem as an excuse for Cliff, the actions that Josh portrayed throughout his stay in their house is an additional triggering factor to what happened later.
Hmm. Exactly, because that definitely was a lot of what he said. And I do feel like, um, excuse me, I do feel that, of course, the lifestyle is different. And with Cliff being older, he doesn't understand, maybe Joshy and how he is, what we're talking about. And also him commenting on his marriage. He's a man like him, which we are seeing some similar traits. And that is the traits of a narcissist. Listen to what he's saying. Like he is like an extreme one. He's like
He
to
doesn't
the
even see that
extreme.
he's doing something bad. That's how terrible it is.
Yeah. But he definitely is contributing to what happened at the end. And Cliff not doesn't want another man want around. It doesn't matter what his lifestyle is. He doesn't want a man nor a woman coming in commenting about his relationship or how he does, because he knows how he runs his house. And they don't want anybody to come and say that or try to put something in their spouse's head to make them realize or see that maybe what's going on might not be right. And it really was triggering how every time she just kept saying, I got to stand by my man and my husband. That's cool, girl. That's understandable. But hey, don't be a fool. And I'm seeing some foolish things that that's dangerous. That's dangerous already. I wouldn't be surprised if there has not already been some issues, some AV issues.
I wouldn't be surprised here if he has not beaten her before. I would not be surprised. There are so
Hmm.
many things that I would definitely not be surprised from what I'm watching, because it was very toxic. Yeah, he actually saw Josh as an alpha male, and that was the problem. He does not like, sorry, I'm at the back. He does not like the fact that there is someone that she can rely on. And I've
Hmm.
noticed this with relationships that are disproportionate, you will realize that the man does not like someone that can give the woman an out. He does not like the fact that she has an opinion. Does not like the fact that she has. In fact, they just want the woman to listen to everything he says, and he made that comment that I am the man of the house. Everything I say goes.
Right.
He made that
Right.
comment.
Right. It definitely was like he was stepping. You know what I'm saying? He was crossing bounds. That's his house. He, like you said, he's the head. He's the leader. You know, he's all of that in his house. So for another man to be in there and to be commenting and actually challenging his way, that definitely was a no-no and a issue for Cliff. And it's something that's going to make his marriage bad. And it's not going to be too much longer before she's going to have to fire Joshy.
He already told her not to film because when he got, you know what really annoyed me? He got to the bar, to the club. He noticed that she was with her friend, and obviously by this time, I think Josh had already run away because I saw him later towards the ending. Josh had run away. Probably Josh sighted him. I was like, nah, this is not really looking good. So Josh
Right.
ran away,
I
and you
didn't
are
even see that.
embarrassing me in front of my friends.
Right. And other people, not just my friends, but other people in this bar.
Like I took a screenshot of everything he said. It was like, number one, you ain't tell me you're going to Ember. You even
Right.
are out here without my permission. Hell
Right.
no.
Right. Right. I
Hell
went.
no.
Hold on. Let's go back even before that. Production put up on the screen something about this is the conversation that was had before he even mic'd up when he got there. And he
Well,
was cussing and mad,
tell
talking about, oh, so you don't want me to F and film? You don't want to F and film? Get this mic off right now. Get this mic. I'm like, what? And I was
tell
wondering where Joshy went because she said, I'm out with my friends, Mandy, Josh. We just stopped to
just
get a
ran
drink.
away. He just ran away for his life. He ran
He was
because
talking trash, but he was like, no, I got to go. That is
she's 29 years old. Oh, Jesus. She's
Oh, she's
29 years.
29.
Yeah, I just had
How
to
old is
confirm her
Claire?
age. Didn't that guy say it was like 70 something? So
Yeah, but was he just throwing shade?
probably in his late 50s or 60s because damn, I think I'll have to confirm because that's crazy.
I feel like, yeah, he's somewhere in
He
he's got
called
to be in
that
his
dude
50s.
a motherfucker. He said, "No motherfucker, Jane, you don't want me here."
Yeah.
Like,
He, I think he even called her a bitch.
yeah.
I was like,
The part that actually got me was when Nan said, I can correct all this shit right now. What are you correcting? Telling her to unplug her mic. Come on.
right,
This is a toxic situation. Like,
right.
what are you
Yeah, so you
scared
told him
of?
not to film with me? So you told him, she's like, it's a friend time. This is, me filming with my friends. It's your friends kiki and laughing. Oh, y'all talking about me? You're paranoid for some fucking reason. Like, is
Yeah.
there something you don't want her telling people? Are you
Is
afraid
there
she's going to
something?
say something?
Yeah. It's probably doing something because the presence of, as much as I hate the fact that Josh speaks a lot, the presence of Josh in that house is impeding him and he's getting frustrated.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because Josh is speaking up and he's saying stuff to his face. So he's like, oh, well, what is he telling you behind my back? What are y'all talking about? Are you talking about the conversations we had? Are you talking about, what is it that you're talking about? That's the stuff that is like, what are you afraid of? Like, she's obviously, like I said, there's abuse. Period, point
Mm-hmm.
blank. The way he snatched her up, the way he came in that club, the way he talked to her, you cannot tell me
He
she's not being
snatched
abused.
her. He threw away her mic. He kept
Right,
asking, are you mic'd up? Are you mic'd up? I'm like, come on, this is not necessary.
Right,
Mm-mm.
right. I was like, oh, like, so nobody's going to say anything? First off, production, before he even came in there and got mic'd up, y'all, like, y'all put up the caption. Y'all let us know what happened beforehand. You're telling me you didn't stop him? Where the is security on the set? Y'all don't have security on the set for situations like this? Are you kidding me?
I'm telling, like
What?
I was so amazed at what was happening because abuse was being shown and nobody was stepping in.
They did nothing.
And this is what probably her friend is relating to. That if he's not there, I'm sure some hands would have been flying on her face because he pulled her. It was not even like he pulled her, legit pulled her to the door of the bar and dragged her across the parking lot. I'm like, nobody's going to step up.
Right.
And I was
Nobody
so
is going to
mad.
come to her rescue.
My husband is so nice, but sometimes, come on,
Listen, I have
come on.
been in a situation like that. I know abuse when I see abuse. This young woman is being abused. You can't tell me any otherwise. You can fake, placate, act like you're not. You definitely are. This man is abusing you in some way, and how is this being allowed to happen? Now, this is the second show on OWN. Matter of fact, the third show on OWN where we're seeing, or no, second show where we're seeing this aggression. And his is worse than Martell's right now. Like on the show, at least. Martell, he's that's a whole nother story. But this right here, we are seeing pure abuse, and no man, no one said anything.
They
But
love the
then again, I
drama,
felt like it would have been worse for her if they had.
not being there. That was one thing that also, like, I was like, oh, why didn't anybody step up? I think they wanted to show us what exactly was happening to.
Hmm.
Because if nobody was there, we wouldn't even know what's happening. If nobody was there, we won't even know the extent of how he treats her. So
Right,
it's like a win-lose situation. Just like
right,
when people are like, oh, they need to end the show. In a way, yes, everybody prays that Love and Marriage Huntful ends. But what ammunition will she have to show that Mattel is abusive?
right,
So,
right. And with this, so at the beginning, she was speaking on not wanting to have kids and all this other stuff. But
she
after
knows why she
seeing
doesn't want to
Nathan,
have kids.
yeah, now you're saying you want to have a baby by next year.
She knows
And
why she doesn't want to have kids. He's not the
mhm,
man for her. She's still 29. She likes older men, the men with pot belly, the men that have this particular aesthetics. She likes it. She's attracted to older men. So I'm inclined to believe that he is quite older because he
I
actually looks like that.
he definitely looks older. And also, I feel like she knows that he not only isn't right, but like I also feel like it's almost him who is trying to uh get her pregnant or want her to get pregnant almost like as a safe keep. Like if you're pregnant, then you know what I'm saying, then I got you. Because
But she's
I
still
still don't
29, so she can leave. It's the fact that he's somebody that can actually be his daughter for me.
right. But ugh, it's
It's just crazy.
it's it, it's too much. It's too. How can you let this man not only uh, verbally abuse this woman, but grabbing her up? That is a sign of physical abuse. You don't grab up no woman. Period.
You know,
Point blank.
some people feel like for you to call it abuse, there has to be like punching,
Yeah.
beating.
No.
Now, this is the scene we're talking about where they said Latrice and her friend Mandy arrived at Ember to grab a last minute drink. This is the audio that was recorded as Cliff arrived before the cameras turned on. So obviously, someone was there, but nobody, nobody, nobody.
Mhm.
She probably had told them that nobody should get involved because it's her husband. Because in the confessionals, this girl did not see or did not even notice that he was doing something bad.
Do you think that they didn't know she was doing something, or what? Was she doing so bad?
Now,
What did
what
she do so bad? What, not tell you? I feel like
because
the
the way
reason why.
he actually did you see the way he came at her friends? Then he told her you are no longer filming with Josh. He said it. He won't film with you no more. If they can't respect me, then goddamn, they don't need to be with you. Hell, that just reads as if they don't keep short about the way I'm treating you, then they don't need to be around you.
Right. By the
Honestly.
end of that, I felt like I almost felt like Josh. Like, damn, did he really? Like, he was overstepping his bounds, but maybe it was for a good reason. Because I was thinking like, we can portray whatever we want to the outside world, right? But if you come live with us, you're seeing the shit firsthand. You're seeing what's going on. So him commenting, yeah, he was out of pocket. He was coming off strong, and he was actually, doing a little bit too much. But then I was like, but maybe he's got a point. But it seems like he knows what's really going on. And she said in the beginning, remember,
That's
he
why I
asked her if
said
she was
that
happy. He asked her if she was happy, and she said no.
she's not happy, so why is she still there?
I think it's the idea of marriage, or I don't. What does he do?
To
Is
be
he the one
honest,
that really has the money, or is it her?
at this point, we need to know because it's ridiculous.
And I'm gonna tell you, look, just now, as we've been talking, I've been trying to search for him, right? And every time I search for him, it only comes up her.
Mm-hmm.
And another Clifton Rogers comes up, but it's a doctor, and it's definitely not him. And I was trying to find out what his age is. It is not showing his age, but it says she's 31. Still, honey, 31. You're young. You're young, honey love. You're young. Clearly, they don't want his age to be known because he's old as hell.
It's
He,
cold.
but what do? Yeah, definitely gonna have to do a dig on him because I need to know what he does. Because the energy he's giving, honey, you don't do enough. Clearly, for you to be trying to act like this, or that she might have some daddy issues, or something's
Uh,
going on that is not right, and them woods and them waters out there. Mm-mm.
yeah. Now let's talk about another Letitia and Glenn. It almost seems like anybody called Letitia, they are
You did the same
dumb.
thing I did.
Because how would you still be sleeping with a man that you're like, oh, he doesn't? Do you know? Let me tell you what this man did actually. This man was DMing girls, has cheated on her multiple times. So it's not a small kind of thing that he did. And you
Right,
still slept with him because you were, this is the thing that people keep saying that, oh, women keep going back to the men. That this is because women, and some women like Letitia, do this. They give men the weapon to insult us because now he's confused. As much as Everybody keeps saying he's this, is the obviously he's not, he doesn't have sense. You cheated on your
Mm,
wife, you made her look like a fool, but you're still letting me him hit. So you're giving him like, oh, you're keeping him for his dick, basically.
right, basically. But then you talking about, yeah, after the reunion, I fucked him, but we used the condoms, blase scoop. It don't fucking matter. You still fucked.
I'm telling you.
And clearly, y'all still been living in the same house, or you what been staying somewhere else, or what's the case? Because now you're talking about moving out and getting into a condo. Okay, so what has been the living arrangement thus far? And I feel like it's been more than just that one time that y'all been fucking. You ain't just using that vibrator, honey. Especially because I'm gonna take what they say, what 23 years or something they've been fucking around.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long ass time.
20,
Exactly.
23.
Right.
But if you keep saying, I want to move on, I'm doing this, you went to look for a whole apartment.
Right.
Girl, be
You.
serious.
I feel like she's been doing something, but I mean, yeah, you could be done because when you're done, you're done. But honey, I feel like there's some other energy that's coming somewhere. You probably done, you know what I'm saying, flirted, found somebody, talked to somebody, dipped in some other stuff or maybe something, you know what I'm saying? And
She has
now
probably
you're ready
dated
to
men, probably been with other men. People just
mhm.
really want her to break up with this man. But the problem is, the more she breaks up with him, the more she goes back, the more she tries to get back with him. It's almost like she loves being insulted at this point because
it's it's so crazy that you had said everybody this name Letitia because I swear I said that shit to my husband. As soon as I seen her name and I was like, oh shit. I said there's gotta be a Letitia every fucking where. And every last one of them are the fucking same. Like, damn, what is it? Because girl, you are giving off you talking about again, you a boss, you this, you that, but you keep on stepping back to the man that is definitely making you look like a fool.
and there is no shortage of pennies. There's no shortage of dick. You're a beautiful lady.
Very beautiful. Girl, you thick too, honey. You are thick. And I'm gonna tell you, men like thickness. They like something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can't be no twig now. Honey, you are very beautiful. And this man is definitely making you look like a fool by having you out here going back and forth to him. And even though you are trying to get away, stand on it. You gotta make sure you stand on that shit. Don't go back. And if it takes for you to get some new dick, girl, you better go drop it like it's motherfucking hot or let it down lukewarm. I don't give a damn, but you better go get it. Cause sometimes, baby, you just you gotta get freaky with somebody else and start doing some shit you done did back in the day and bring out that old you real quick and say, fuck that nigga. You can't keep making you look stupid if you don't let him.
And it's like she doesn't even know. She's like, oh, we had sex after this, but no, I'm moving. I need to have an apartment, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wow. It's like she doesn't even know what she's saying. She doesn't know. I think she actually wants to move on, but she may have experienced great sexual life with that man.
Mm,
Because for her to
yeah,
keep going back just to have sex with him, it's crazy.
it's beyond crazy.
Yeah. She said on Twitter that he's still answering girls' DMs. How would she know except if they came back together? Don't tell me they
Right.
did come back together. That
Or
would be
unless, hold on, you still got access to his info, because men be stupid sometimes. It's easy to get into their shit. Not saying all men. I'm just saying sometimes if you obsess like that, you will do some shit like that. You will get access to a person's shit, start looking at it and making yourself mad Steady talking about, oh, I don't want to be with you. I'm done. But yet you steady making yourself mad because you looking at these DMs. You seeing that this motherfucker's doing wrong still, and you mad about it. Like I said, he cannot make you look stupid, girlfriend, if you don't let him. But you keep allowing this man to treat you like a plaything. And this is supposed to be your husband. This ain't just no boyfriend, no baby daddy. This is your husband. Girl, if you don't go sign them papers, listen, Melody Cherie got the blueprint, baby. Go talk to her. Go talk to her. She'll hook you up. She got the blueprint, baby.
Honestly. So, cause that was just crazy. Let's talk about before we leave this scene. Let's talk about So Gucci coming for what's her name? Latrice. Now, the
Latrice,
way
yeah.
So Gucci was saying it, I legit thought that, oh, she backstabbed her, she did this. But when Latrice said the reason, I'm like, girl, seriously. I told you to look for building so that I can put my store. And you showed me one building and
Right,
then you didn't show me any other thing, and then you were wasting time knowing that this lady wants to open a big store, open a saloon. I think I'm going to wait for you to be comfortable to find. Come on, you're not serious.
right, right. Like, and
But
then when she showed pictures or videos of the place, like, come on, like this woman's trying to open a real business. That means she's trying to spend money. This is commercial real estate. This isn't just a, you know, residential. This is commercial, honey. So this is some money for you. And you show her damn near a dilapidated place that's gonna need some work. Or no, that was the place that she got, the place that needs work. But still, the place that you showed her, was it any better? Like, what happened? Where did the ball fall at? So I don't understand that. If you know that you did not deliver as you were supposed to as a realtor,
why were you
then
lying?
right. Or why would you even be mad or act like somebody did you dirty or went bad? Now I could understand if Latrice hadn't reached out. Or, matter of fact, if there was no communication between them both, because it shouldn't have just been where Latrice had to reach out. If you're her realtor, you need to be on it, reaching out to her, letting her know you got this place, that place. Like there should be communication. So where was the communication at?
She should
To
have been
where?
on top of the game. She should have been the one trying to get everything like on set. But the
Hmm.
fact is, she dropped the ball, and Latrice went to find someone that was willing to do something, and then you
Hmm.
are complaining. Come on,
Right.
it
Like
made
I
no
don't
sense.
understand. Why would you sit and make it as if this woman has done you wrong if you know that you wasn't doing right in the first place? So I feel like there's definitely a conversation that needs to be had and it needs to be listened to. And like I said, if there was no communication as the realtor, you should have spoken to her and let her know what was going on. You because one place is definitely not enough. If I'm looking for a commercial business, I'm gonna need you to be on it. Matter of fact, when you first show me a place, I need you to show me at least four at one time. I need to have taken off a whole day of work to just go look at places. That's what I did my whole day. It's just went and looked at places because, the person that I hired to do this is on their game. If you show me one place, I'm gonna look at you like,
Are you crazy?
right. Um, am I missing something? Like, did you go on vacation and you just came back and just threw something like, mm-mm, don't you give off an experience, but then you say that you're the number one, what, realtor in the state or something like that?
Latrice was the one who gave her that name. To be
She said
that
I gave her that name. When she said that, I died. I was like, oh my God.
was shady.
But hey, listen, it gives. Now, if Letitia says the same thing, because we see that she's looking for residential places, let's see what happens. Because we
Mhm.
see one place so far. Let's see how many others come after this. Because if none comes, then we know that it was not Latrice. It was definitely uh who was that? So Gucci.
So Gucci.
So,
Now
and
let's talk
hold on,
about So
hold on. Let me
Gucci.
say something about So Gucci. Let me tell you, not even about So Gucci, but So Gucci's husband.
Is
When
her
I seen
boyfriend?
her,
Her boyfriend.
her boyfriend, that's not her husband yet.
Boyfriend.
Okay,
They've been for 2 months.
wait, no, that you talking about her right there?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about So Gucci. That right there is that Ikesha. Isn't that Ikesha? Or
No.
no, that's Tambra.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one right there is Tambra. No, I'm talking about So Gucci's husband, JJ.
Oh, JJ. Ugh.
When I
Let's.
seen that is
I
who was on there. Oh my god!
telling you, like, I feel. Let me not give my opinion on that. Let's just. I'm sure he's. Let's just keep that.
Listen, I remember him from the show Bring It with the dancing dolls. Okay, with Miss D. It was on TLC
I
or
was very.
USA, one of them.
Ah,
But he's the father of three girls that dance for the dancing dolls. So him and his ex-wife Selena was on the show together, and he was a fucking nut then. Like I love his personality on that show. But I think they was divorced then. They was divorced on that show by then, but they were still, good co-parents. So when I seen that he was going to be on this show, I was like, what? He actually is going to actually have a personality outside of, like, it's not the dancing dolls and then he has a cameo sometimes, but it's actually him on the show. And the first thing he does, of course, in true JJ fashion. Listen, JJ, I don't know if y'all are going to listen to this about Collective, but JJ, listen, you're going to have to come on the show, okay? Because we are definitely going to have to talk about this whole dinner scene. Uh,
like, you ruined the whole thing. You said you want to have a. He could have kept that conversation for the next day. You said you guys have not had any intimate time for a long time. She walks too hard, she dances, she walks out. I'm like, okay. I was even like hailing him that, wow, this is actually really nice. This is actually really sweet. Then this dude started talking about his mom is moving in. I think
right.
men don't understand that women sometimes don't like having two queens in their house.
Oh,
It's almost
yes.
like we start sharing power with somebody else. And I don't know why moms want to move into their sons' families. It is very
No.
uncomfortable, and I think it's very irresponsible for you to do that as an older lady. Go stay in the older people's home. I have no problem with older women, but I find it annoying because you never see the male sex do this. But they feel like, oh, because we gave birth to these children, we are going to go to their house and live in. It's very uncomfortable.
Hmm.
Very uncomfortable. I was telling
Hmm.
my friend that if I when I get married and he says his mom wants to come in, he will have to probably build another house for her to go because it's definitely not going to be where I am because it's very uncomfortable. You don't even know when you start walking on, like, you start walking on eggshells because you are trying
Right.
to not make her mad at you. It is very, very uncomfortable.
That, and then you also have where, mom knows best and this is her son. And then she starts wanting to dictate the house and act like she knows things, more because she's the mom. And it's like, lady, calm down. There's some things you don't know about your son, okay? Because if you
Yeah,
did, you're getting baptized.
as Donadi said, he's going to bring his mom into their home without discussing it with his wife first
Right. That
because
was
he
that was
knew
very
that
disrespectful.
Soguchi was not going to accept. He knew that. Who
Right.
in their right mind was going to accept? It was even the audacity and the way he made it look like, oh, I'm the head of the house, it's gonna happen. Like the men are
Right.
so archaic in the way they think. So why did you even need to tell her if you were just going to bring your mom in?
Right.
You knew that
Like,
she was going to be very, very uncomfortable. Why are you doing this? This is why you don't have sex regularly, because you are dumb.
right. You wonder why she stays so busy. But it's stuff like this that will definitely make a woman be like, okay, well, you can stay here with your mama. I'm leaving. Because that mama attitude coming in, oh no. Look, I have kids. There's no way. There is no effing way. One, my husband's not going to allow that stuff. Like, what, you moving where? If you don't go in the living room and sit down, like, all right, fuck it. You right. I ain't gonna live with these damn kids. Like, why? They got a lot. First off, I knew how my kids was when they was kids. We don't live the same. I'm too clean. My kids wasn't always the effing cleanest.
Mm-hmm.
So I damn sure I'm not about to go live with you, your wife, three kids, and no, why? Disturb your peace, my peace, and then that also causes frictions in the marriage because him not telling her that right there is a clear sign that there's no communication, there's some disrespect, and there's definitely some um I don't know.
There's definitely no communication.
There's
There's
yeah,
definitely
there's definitely no communication. And for him to butter her up like that, like the dinner was nice, like it looked like it was good, but and then you thought you was gonna get some too. You better get used to not getting none, because when your mama get there, you definitely ain't gonna get none. That shit's gonna go out the door, and she's gonna start working more. Then she's gonna get pushed away and start, you know,
yeah, she's
like,
definitely going to, because, and I think the problem is in this situation, he knows that she has a very good relationship with his mom. So this
mhm,
is like a guilt trip, because it was like,
right,
well, she has a very good relationship with my mom. So it's basically like I can have good relationship with multiple people because I don't like having issues. That's it. Nobody wants to have to fight with everybody. So everybody prays to have a mother-in-law that they will both understand each other. So yes, they have a very good relationship. It doesn't mean I want this woman in my house. So
right.
one
And y'all
reason
have
why
a good
I do
relationship.
not like mama's boys, because if everything is my mama, my mama, my mama, stay away from me, because you are going
Hmm.
to cause a rift between me and your mom, because I'm going to stand my ground and I'm
Yep,
going to tell her no.
right. And it's also messed up because it's like you're just like, okay, yeah, me and your mom, we get along. That's because we don't live together. That's because we're not around each other 24/7. I can go home. She stays at home. She goes home, visit, whatever the case is. It's just like, how people say with kids, like grandparents are like, yeah, I love my grandbabies because I can give them away. Aunties and uncles the same way. Like, love my kids, but I love it when I can get a break. You know, like, no, she loves your mom, of course. They have a great relationship, yes, but them moving in and living together can definitely
Hell no.
fracture that relationship.
And
And the
as
next thing you know,
Donadi,
you got more problems in your marriage.
yeah, Donadi said, she talked about his racist daughters. I don't like talking about these girls because I think for people that are not educated, or for people that they are so, how would I put it, they are popular in a way,
Yeah,
where
wait a minute. I didn't
attraction,
even know nothing about this because look, I kind of stopped
you need to
watching
watch
Bring
that
It.
season one, because these girls, it was their colorism was stinking from the screen. It was very
Mm,
uncomfortable, and it was at some point I'm like, for girls that have been on TV before, the actions and the way they were behaving was very uncouth. So yeah, her
oh, you're
daughter
talking
needs to
about
be
in like the
protected.
first couple seasons of Belle Collective?
Yeah,
See, this is my first season watching. I'm about to go binge watch all this. But
Go, I'm telling you,
but I'm
Bell
telling you, I'm drawing
Collective.
conclusions already
This
from
is
just
why
what is
this is
going
why I've
on.
always preferred Bell Collective to Love and Marriage Huntsville, because everybody is pulling their weight. Everybody's carrying their storyline. Everybody
Hmm.
has a storyline that is interesting.
And I see
In
that.
Love and
I
Marriage
definitely see that.
Huntsville, everybody is benching on Mel. Let me
Hmm.
tell you, if we had these women on Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Marriage Huntsville would be way interesting, because we have people that is making the storyline level grounded.
Right. Absolutely. And something I was noticing too, I was like, as I was watching, I was like, you know what? People was talking about Stormy possibly being on Bell Collective. No, honey, she would not fit.
She would
She
not
definitely
fit.
would not fit. No.
These women
Stormy
are
needs to be
serious
on Zeus
business women.
Network or needs to be on I don't know. Like
We
she needs,
TV.
yeah, We TV, yeah. Definitely. You can go right on over there, honey, because that's about where you are. That's about where it's at. I don't see storms like nobody on Love and Marriage Huntsville really fit except for Mel. Mel could carry the show herself. Mel Mel could
That's all they
definitely.
talk about. That's who they fight with. That's who everything still. She's
Sorry,
the one that stirs the pot. She's the one that creates storyline for half of the cast. It is very annoying.
right? She's really the one who she carries the whole show. None of them, and then you keep trying to bring people on to discredit her, to down her, to make her out to be, this terrible person. But what about everybody else? They're the ones who's actually doing the snake shit. They're the ones who's actually hurting this woman or trying to. And they have no storyline. They can't even stand on their own 10. Like they are like they're not real people. Like, yeah, they're human, whatever. But I'm saying, like, as far as there's nothing real about their lives. They are really trying to put on for TV, and what they're putting on is fake and phony. I did several videos, especially on Letitia and Marceau, because honey, y'all keep talking about y'all got buildings, y'all got this, y'all got that, but y'all never show a thing. Y'all showed
Zeleny
one time.
said, judging by the previews for next week, Stormy would fit right in with the Bell Collective. They're about to throw hands. But the thing is, Stormy's storyline is boring. Stormy
Hmm.
cannot carry her storyline. Every single Bell has a unique storyline.
Hmm.
Every
Right.
single one.
Just
Stormy
like,
is in Huntsville. She's rather fighting with every other person. When they showed her business, we were bored. Stormy can't carry. I'm
and
sorry,
that's
Stormy
the thing.
can't carry.
When you showed your business, it all
That
came out that
was it
it
was
was it was
yawning.
basically nothing. Like your business isn't legit like that. So what were you showing? You didn't show anything else. Like the the story with you and Courtney or whatever, y'all's relationship, that shit gives off control
Definitely.
too.
So now let's talk about this last scene between Tamara. Is it Tam? What the hell is her name
Tambra,
again?
Tambra,
Tam
and
Tamra. Yeah.
Damon.
I was mad for him. Now I know why she has been single, because girl, what? I
Right.
love my personal space. Who doesn't love their personal space? She's talking as if we are not human beings and we don't like personal space. I love my
Right.
personal space. But you agreed to move him in with this man. You agreed that you guys are going to have a personal relationship. He proposed and everything, and 2 months in, you're like, oh, I need to get a condo, something really small for my own space. When we're married, we'll have a bigger house. You have a bigger house, but you guys will still be in the same space. If you're already having issues like this, girl, you might as well not get married. That's all I can say.
Right. Girl, why would you even move in if you don't even really want to and you talking about moving out after 2 months? And then he said they ain't had sex in 2 months. So you saying that since y'all been there, y'all ain't had sex? What?
Sorry.
Like,
And she's
and then
like,
you're talking
oh,
about,
when you're
well, wait,
together,
wait,
you
wait,
don't
just
need to
'cause-
have sex. Like,
right.
girl, that was not his point.
What? It was so funny because, like, my husband was like, I'm gonna watch the show with you, and I'm like, okay, cool. So we're watching it, and when she said that, we both looked at each other, and I said, Honey, when you move in together, that's when you have the most sex. What do you mean? Like, uh, okay. I don't get it. Honey, you're giving off that you're really not trying to be with this man. Like, why would you even move
She
in?
just wants to have a man. She doesn't want to do anything. She wants to tell everybody that I'm in a relationship. She wants to tell everybody that I have a boyfriend, but she doesn't want to do anything to maintain the relationship.
Nothing.
She just wants to
What
mark
in
a
the
register
world?
and be like, we've had a relationship before. It's crazy. Stormy fired her own cousin. Wasn't that interesting? Well, we found out during the whole drama with Black Titanic that the cousin was still being hired. So that was fake drama.
Right. We knew that was fake drama.
Uh-huh.
We knew. And
Yep.
then let's not even get on them nasty ass dogs bleeding in the damn place.
Oh, please let's
Y'all,
not get
please
into that.
protect yourself because that is unsanitary. Y'all can definitely die from stuff like that. I don't give a fuck how good your products are, honey. It's not good enough for me to risk my health because one person, all it takes is for one person to have an allergic reaction and to die from them products. And it's it. It's already it. Cause honey, you working out the back of a Family Dollar, uh, renting out a storefront, a back office, acting like it's a warehouse, honey. We see you. We know what it is.
Hmm.
And then you got this little personal conveyor belt. Girl, I can get that on Amazon for $273, and I can push out my own products.
But do you know what's
Girl,
funny in this scene? He made a comment saying by 4:30 I wanted you to cook me breakfast. At that point I was like, is this guy shitting me? And yes, Donadi, I agree. Tambra should not have lowered her standards because she was having negative feelings to every single thing he said. Cooking at 4:30 for a man, that's insane. Dude, cook your own food. And the way he tried to make her job look like it wasn't serious because she sits and does her radio at home, I was pissed.
right. Now that part pissed me off because don't downplay whatever this woman does. Like that is definitely disrespectful. If she is doing it, whether it's a podcast, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's just her writing down a verbal journal, whatever the fucking case is, do not downplay what this woman does. If it's something that is helping her, something that she wants to do and she finds pleasure in doing, do that because the more that you uplift her and what she does, the more she's going to uplift you and want to do things with you and, be more involved. Now, it sometimes, I will say though, some women, there are some of us now, this is just me. It could have just been the way that I've grown up because I've always been like this. Uh, but I'm a caterer. I'm a nurturer. Um, when said something about the getting up at 4 o'clock or 4:30 cooking your man breakfast. Honestly, I do it. I do. But the
Hell
thing
no.
is, but the thing is, the
Sorry.
thing is
I
I
can't.
because I have okay. One, I have insomnia, so I have a problem sleeping anyway. So to get up, it doesn't bother me because I'll get to work. But I know that he'll do the same for me without question, without asking, no problems. You know what I'm saying? It's a partnership. It's not like I'm just doing this every day and I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? No. But, sometimes, but that's only if you're with that person and that's the person you want to be with. Now, if it's somebody that you really not trying to fuck with, that's really what it seems with her and him. Like, it don't seem like she's really trying to be in a relationship with him. She, I don't know if it was like maybe she was liking the idea of having a man. So she was like, yeah, I'll move in just because, like I say, I moved in with my man. But now that you moved in, like you not trying to be his woman, you're not trying to grow in the relationship. So you're gonna stay stuck at boyfriend and girlfriend. And if that was the case, why would you move in with him? Girl, girl, why the fuck did you move in with this man? You should have
Well, she cheated on him. She cheated on her previous boyfriend or man, and now she no longer enjoys having a stay at home or a main boyfriend. Yeah, Donna, you are like what you're saying is really two of us are thinking alike currently. Because I think the fact that she cheated previously, allegedly, and now she's stuck with this dude, she is not happy. She enjoyed having to cheat, she enjoyed having to sneak around, she
Yep.
enjoyed that so much. And now
Yep.
that she's no longer sneaking around, it's uncomfortable.
Hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's so crazy because that's how a lot of cheaters are. And I've heard a lot of people say that, well, it was the excitement. It was the excitement of cheating. But once I got caught, it was no longer fun.
There's an
Okay.
excitement. That's this is the same thing as people that like having sex in public. They love the thrill of having to hide. They love the thrill of having to try to sneak around. Oh my, there's
Yeah.
thrill.
Yeah.
This is
It's
sexual stuff. You're like,
exhilarating.
oh my god, will my man catch me? There's a thrill there. So we cannot lie that there's nothing there. But it's the fact that you are now stuck with a dude and you cannot understand how to act. That makes you look
Hmm.
stupid because if this relationship does not work with this dude, people are going to laugh at her.
Right. And clearly you're a cheater, honey. And I feel like you're cheating on this man because you ain't had sex with him in 2 months, but y'all
For
living
two
together. Girl,
months,
you're getting
come
dick down
on.
somewhere else. You are
The way
getting dick
she's
down.
acting
Stop
is
it.
very suspicious. Very
Very. Like I said,
suspicious.
she's not trying to be no girlfriend. She's not trying to work towards being a wife. She's not trying to do none of that. You should have never moved in with this man because what's the point of fornicating, basically? I mean, I'm not, against if you want to have sex, you're a grown ass woman. But girl, you should have kept your space. You should have had your own place. Instead of moving in with a man for 2 months, stop having sex with him and then say, oh, I want to move out. Girl, I'm gonna need you to get your life together. Come hither, my child, let's speak. Because this is not the one, the two, nor the three, baby, and it's definitely not going to equal up to what you want in life.
It's not. And everything is thinking. Everything is like someone is lying here, someone is lying there. We just cannot pinpoint.
Hmm.
Just cannot pinpoint.
Right? Like what? And then, like, when they showed the clip of what's to come, like her and her assistant, girl, it seems like that's what you did. You went from one man because you cheated on your ex boyfriend with the man, moved in with him. Now, what? You have this new male assistant, and now y'all are, you know, out together looking all coupled up and stuff. I don't know. We gonna see, honey. But to me, it screams that whether it's the assistant or someone else, you're fucking somebody else. I don't have no doubts about it. You're getting it from somewhere else.
Somebody's I'm telling you, somebody is polishing her body because two
I'm
months with someone that you are very sexually attracted to. 2 months, come on.
right. Like you was attracted enough to cheat and be, cheating on someone that you was with this man. What happened? The attraction left when either you got caught or you decided, okay, well, I'm gonna leave him for you. What was the point of leaving him if you was really going to really stop fucking with him? I just don't get it. It just don't make sense. This one right here is not computing to me at this moment because I just don't understand why the fuck would you move in with this man 2 months and in the time that you have moved in, you have not gave him no punani, none.
Wait, actually, if we're looking at the timeline, that's the truth. Since they moved in, they've not done anything.
Like you're not going to tell me either y'all have done something or if you haven't, you're doing something with someone else. And that makes me believe that maybe, just maybe, This Demon guy wasn't the only one she was having sex with at the time that she was with her ex. She could have had several men that she could have had on the line. Not judging, girl, do you, honey? But
Be
it's
honest.
given that you're not honest about this one. He was not the real one that you saw yourself get with and settling down. I think something kind of like
It's
triggered
probably the
it.
one that got caught.
Mm-mm. No, something's not right.
So that's all for today. Do you have any other word? Actually, I'm tuned in. This episode, I'm like, this is how a series should be. I didn't force myself to watch it. I didn't force myself to enjoy it. I was really interested in the plots.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm definitely intrigued and ready to see what is going to unfold because they actually have great storylines and they're holding their own. Like they actually have their own shit going on to where, it's not just where they're being catty with each other and, it's problems and beef with each other. Like, no, they got real shit going on in their lives and they're addressing the shit.
I'm telling
So
you.
yeah, I'm definitely here for it. Like I said, I'm about to go back, binge watch season 1 and 2. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna have more of an opinion next week when it comes to it.
All right. So that's the end. I'm actually trying to set the life for this coleslaw Ariane thing. So I'll
Um,
just send you the link and we can go live in like 2 hours.
yeah, definitely send me the link because I am here for it. Because ooh, I have so much to say. Like I haven't done a video in like a week just because there's been so much coming out, and I was like, you know what? I just need to go live and just get all of this stuff out. Like it just because this
It's
is
amazing.
too much. This is just way too much, and I really feel like it's becoming very unsafe for Mel.
It's becoming
Like,
very unhealthy, very
mm-mm.
unsafe,
It's been
very
unhealthy,
crazy.
but this is getting dangerous, dangerous. Like, I don't trust Carson. I know some other content creators, they do. I respect everybody's opinion, but from what I have seen and just the way things have unfolded, no, there's some stuff that's not making sense, y'all. I
Some
understand. You're right. There's a lot that's not making sense. And I understand Mel said that she didn't lie, but Mel didn't say exactly what she didn't lie about. We have to understand. Mel knows what to say and how to say it. Y'all be smart. Come on. And you know what? Even if because sometimes we miss things, we still need to hold her down and make sure that we're keeping an eye out for her. That's my opinion.
yeah.
But yeah, send me the link and I definitely will be there with you, girl.
All right. So this life was really interesting. Catch us next time next week. I was thinking, should we do the review after the episode?
We can. We can go live right after.
Yeah, I think we'll try it and then see if we should stick to the next day.
Okay. We'll
All
definitely
right.
we'll play it by ear, see what happens.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your comments after the video ends. See you guys next time, or see you guys in an hour, 30 minutes, thereabouts.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.